What is the minimum horizontal distance of the curved line to the outermost face of an arcade? What is the minimum horizontal distance of the curved line to the outermost face of an arcade? The answer is 500 millimeters. 500 millimeters. Next, what is the maximum vertical clearance of an arcade above grade? What is the maximum vertical clearance of an arcade above grade? The answer is 6 meters maximum vertical clearance. 6 meters. What is the slope of ramp of roadway to sidewalk? What is the slope of ramp of roadway to sidewalk? The answer is 1/3 to 1/4. 1/3 to 1/4 slope of ramp of sideway to sidewalk. Next, slope of driveway to sidewalk where the height of curb is 200 millimeter and above. Slope of driveway to sidewalk where the height of curb is 200 millimeter and above. The answer is 1:8. 1:8 slope of driveway to sidewalk where the height of the curb is 200 millimeters and above. Next, what is the minimum vertical clearance of primary lines from the crown of the pavement when crossing the highway? What is the minimum vertical clearance of primary lines from the crown of the pavement when crossing the highway? The answer is 10 meters. 10 meters minimum vertical clearance. Next, what is the minimum vertical clearance of a primary lines from top of sidewalk when installed along the side of the highway? What is the minimum vertical clearance of primary lines from top of sidewalk when installed along the side of the highway? The answer is 7.5 meters. 7.5 meters. Next, what is the vertical clearance of a secondary lines from sidewalks along or crossing the street? What is the vertical clearance of secondary lines from sidewalks along or across the streets? The answer is 7.5 meters. 7.5 meters vertical clearance of secondary lines. Next, what is the minimum clearance of conductors from the highest point of a roof? What is the minimum clearance of conductors from the highest point of a roof? The answer is 2.50 meters. 2.50 meters. Next, what is the maximum height of a dumb waiter? What is the maximum height of a dumb waiter? The answer is 120 meters. 1.20 meters. Now, what is the maximum area of a dumb waiter? What is the maximum area of a dumb waiter? The answer is 3,861 square centimeters. 3,861 square centimeters. Next, what is the minimum clearance of conductors from any platform or ground or projection from which they might be reached? What is the minimum clearance of conductors from any platform? Platform or ground or projection from which they might be reached. The answer is 3 meters. 3 meters minimum clearance for conductors. What is the minimum vertical clearance of service drop of communication lines above ground at each point of attachment to the building or pedestal? What is the minimum vertical clearance of service drop of communication lines above ground at each point of attachment to the building or pedestal? 3 meters. 3 meters. What is the vertical clearance of a service drop communication line when crossing a street? When crossing a street. This is for service drop communication line. The answer is 5.50 meters. Kanina, vertical clearance of a secondary lines from sidewalks along or crossing the street, which is 7.5 meters. And now, service drop communication line when crossing a street, which is 5.50 meters. Next, what is the maximum capacity of a dumbwaiter? What is the maximum capacity of a dumbwaiter? 277 kilograms. 277 kilograms. What is the minimum width of an access road to a cul-de-sac? What is the minimum width of an access road to a cul-de-sac? 3 meters. 3 meters. Minimum width of an access road to a cul-de-sac. Next, unit area per occupant for dwellings. What is the unit area per occupant for dwellings? The answer is 28 square meters. 28 square meters, that's the unit area per occupant for dwellings. How about the unit area per occupant for hotels? What is the unit area per occupant for hotels? The answer is 18.6 square meters. 18.6 square meters. Next, the unit area per occupant for offices and garage. Unit area per occupant for offices and garage. The answer is 9.30 square meters. 9.30 square meters. What is the unit area per occupant for classrooms naman? Unit area per occupant for classrooms. The answer is 1.80 square meters. 1.80 square meters. How about unit area per occupant for stores? Unit area per occupant for stores. Retail sales rooms, upper floors. The answer is 5.60 square meters. That's the unit area per occupant for stores. How about unit area per occupant for nurseries for children? Unit area per occupant for nurseries for children. The answer is 3.25 square meters. 3.25 square meters. Let's have a summary. Unit area per occupant for dwellings, which is 28 square meters. And for hotels, which is 18.6 square meters. For offices and garage, which is 9.30 square meters pababa. And occupant for classrooms, the unit area, which is 1.80 square meters. And for stores, retail sales rooms, upper floors, which is 5.60 square meters. And lastly, a unit area per occupant for nurseries for children, which is 3.25 square meters.